Action.
All right. Welcome. My name is Hayden Shed, and this is my presentation for my honors mentorship program. This is basically a program where you get to go out of class instead of taking an extra like basket weaving 101 or math credit. If you have extra credits available just to kind of waste time, you can actually instead use it to good use. For me, I'm actually doing a mentorship with my father at Siemens, which is a big engineering company. Does anyone know what Siemens is?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
They do a lot of system power control, so they'll do air ducts, and basically like lockout, tagout methods you'll learn out later in the future. But for now, let's continue on with this presentation. This is about engineering the youth. So we're going to go over a brief couple of things about what I'm going to cover. So we're going to cover what is engineering, the benefits of engineering and engineering classes, the common engineering misconceptions that people associate with engineers, and then why you should continue engineering. So what is engineering? According to Wikipedia, it's the application of math, science, economic, social, and any other knowledge to design, invent, or maintain improvements to everything around us. What does that mean to you guys? Yes?
Combining all of them and using it to create things.
Yeah. So it's not just about the calculations. It's not just about figuring out what's the best scenario. It's about improving everything, including the cost. And so, how is it used? Well, this is used everywhere. For example, you can look down at what you're sitting at. That was designed by an engineer who determined that this was the best solution to this problem of sitting instead of standing. And that's for everything. I mean, we sent people to the moon. That took engineering. Okay. The benefits of engineering. Improved technology. Your phone right now, if you pull it out of your pocket, that can actually send multiple shuttles to the moon. We use technology worse than your phone right now, and we've sent people to the moon and back. Now, that's just showing how engineers brought us to this point in time. Now, the better work ethic. Now, this is something that you guys probably don't worry about right now, because most of you probably don't have jobs, you're freshmen and sophomores. But your work ethic is what sets you apart from your colleagues or other coworkers. Now this is really important. The most important factor of this is that because of what you're in here now, you're actually learning it. And you might not realize this, but you have to work around a deadline, you work on your own time, you have to cooperate with others. And then not only that, but it also prepares you for the business world just by doing this. Because you may not seem like it's right now important for your day-to-day job, like flipping burgers or even working in here. But later on in life, and if you, for example, like me, I'm going to be an engineer, hopefully be working at Siemens with my father. But this is important because you have to actually think about how it's going to impact everyone else. Because if you don't do a timeline well enough, it's going to hurt everyone else and make the project go bad. It makes you and the company look bad. So that's how it prepares you for the business world. Now, engineering opens doors to other career fields. What do you guys think of that? Yes? Yeah, I mean, everything is related to engineering. We have bioengineering, mechanical, electrical. We also have petroleum, chemical. Everything is engineered. Because engineering is not just about doing math and calculations. It's about figuring out the best solution to a problem. That's what engineering is. Now, a couple of common misconceptions. You guys can take a second just to look at this funny joke real fast.
Can I start presenting?
So obviously, the joke is that there's no girls in engineering, but I've actually conducted a survey that you guys actually filled out for me, and about 30% is females, and it's actually increasing more than ever. So, now one of the top ones is that engineers aren't creative. Now, that's completely false. Ask Steve Jobs. He revolutionized what a cell phone should be like and what it should do. I mean, it's our everything. It's camera, phone, web, music, phone, message, whatever you want. Now, engineers are boring. I mean, this is again associates with all you guys do is just sit around and do math. But earlier, you guys were playing cards, socializing. Now, this is actually bringing you guys closer together, and for the job, that's so very important. I cannot stress how important communication is, and if you have this sense of trust and you guys know how each other's work, it's so much easier to get stuff done in a timely manner. And like I said earlier, no girl engineers. That's completely false. It's increasing more than ever. And then lastly, engineering is nothing but calculations. Now true, this might be a small part of what engineering is, but actually the most important is the design and the thought process and figuring out what the solution is. Because without that, you can't do any calculations. This is where this, or I would say the seed of the tree is. What you need that so that way everything grows and branches off from there. Now, why you guys should continue engineering? Now, like I said earlier, it opens doors. If you're an engineer, that just shows that you're not only you're going to have to be somewhat good with math, but two, you realize what how to solve problems efficiently. Now, this is from your new skills of problem solving. Problem solving is used in everything, even your day-to-day job, as I said earlier, like flipping burgers or working at a cash register. You can actually make improvements by talking to your managers and anything else to kind of help speed up process. Let's say the burgers are in the freezer that's the other side of the kitchen, but you're constantly have to make burgers and walk all the way there. You can ask, hey, why don't if we move the frozen patties here, I can heat it up faster, and that will increase the productivity, decrease the time of waiting of customers, which will increase them being happy and returning, and that increases profit. That's a simple engineering design problem that you guys can fix right there. Like I said, work ethic. This is so very important. Without it, you're pretty much going to be like the average Joe. You guys are not average Joes because you guys are here. This is an engineering class where it's going to help you become better for not only work ethic, but even if you do want to become engineers, you're developing the skills you need right here in high school, way before even people realize what they want to do in college. And also train your brain to think creatively. Now, normally you guys don't really do this when you get home because you don't really do puzzles or Rubik's Cubes or anything that challenges your mind. But by doing this here, you're challenging your mind to figure out, okay, so I have this car, mousetrap car. I have to think of the best solution. It can only be made of rubber bands and whatever you guys did. Now, you actually have to think about that. You're thinking of all the different solutions in your mind. And then at the very end, this is what you decided was the best solution for a car, for a mousetrap. So that's thinking creatively. Now, lastly, what would you do? Are you guys going to simply just be here, just be the average Joe, or are you guys going to continue on with this class? Because without classes like these,